is my pros and cons for the Insta360 ONE X2. Today we're going to talk about my pros and cons for the Insta360 ONE X2. Starting with the pros. First thing, it's compact. Fits easily in your pocket. You can hang it on a camera strap. It has all the functions of a larger full frame camera. And it easily stows in your pocket or your bag. It's waterproof, it's rugged. As long as you cover these lenses, you're pretty much able to put it anywhere. So it's something that is a lot smaller than a camera, whether it's mirrorless or one of those larger cameras. So this is something you can take easily anywhere you like. You don't have to worry about damaging it. It's got the rubber coating, it's waterproof, it's pretty tough. The only sensitive part are the lenses. Number two, it's waterproof. So you don't have to worry about getting water in it while you're shooting. It gives you a lot of options when you're adventures. You don't have to worry about getting it wet or dust getting in there, any of those kind of things that you would worry about on a normal camera. Shooting in the water can give you a bunch of different options that you wouldn't normally have with a basic camera. For instance, I took it to the river and I had it on my necklace, or my Peak Design leash that I wore around my neck, and I had it there all the time while I was in the river on the floaty. So those things make it pretty versatile compared to any other camera. Cons to being waterproof is I'm a little concerned about the way that it's waterproof. Some of the covers aren't very sturdy, I guess, the way that it connects. It has this little dangle, so if you lose your cover, then it's not waterproof anymore. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty good. But one of the negatives of the way that it is sealed is the little flap. And it makes you kind of scared you're going to lose it because it's just held on by this little piece of plastic. So if you're in the field, on the boat, on the trail, this is something that you might lose. And the way that they did it, it has this one little area that's waterproofed, and then the rest of the panel gets water behind it, which is in the same area as your plug-in for your power and your connecting. So it's just something I think maybe next time you guys could have done it a little different. Number three, ease of use. Great, when you have it in your pocket, you can pull it right out. It has the quick shot feature where you hit this button and it will activate in whatever mode you had it in last. So I try to leave it in 150, so it's only using one camera as opposed to both, and you can change the aspect ratio to 9:16 or 16:9 so that you have a good shot. I like to wear it around my neck on my Peak Design leash, and then I always have a hands-free cam to pick everything up. Navigating through the stuff is really easy. The screen is really sensitive for touch action, so swiping is pretty handy. All the sensors, or all the options are easily found as you swipe through, and you can control most of the functions. Some of them you have to do it through the phone app, but most of it can be handled through here. Number four, battery life. The kit that I got came with two of these, and they pop out easily. You can change them on the go. This battery has lasted me, it'll last for a full day of shooting. Not constantly, but using small shots throughout the day, it's more than enough. And then it has an extra battery with this pack. It comes with a little case, and you have your extra battery in there. Number five, quality. I think this package that I got was great. The build of the camera, the case, the selfie stick, everything is wonderful. The camera has a nice rubber coating, so it protects it from scratches. Placement of the microphones on all sides, so you can get 360-degree sound, is amazing. The ability to take the battery on and off on the fly, unless you're using certain cases. The only thing would be this little guy, but that can be fixed later. The quality of the case, everything that came with it is great. Selfie stick is easy to use. It locks securely into place, opens and closes, and it disappears. The quality of the files and the images that come out, depending on whether you use your mobile device or your laptop. There's compression loss when you use your mobile phone, but if you use your laptop, it retains most of the 5.7K quality. everything looks amazing. It has software, Smart Shot is on there, and it can add color. There's also an underwater feature. So any of the adjustments you need to make while you're shooting in every different environment, it looks great. And 5.7K looks wonderful, and it captures everything depending on your aspect ratio. So if you use 150, it'll show you can choose either side of the lens. It's really versatile, and that's why I like the Insta360 ONE X2. Now onto my cons. I kind of mentioned them a little bit throughout the video. The cons I have are file transferring on this is a little difficult. There's sometimes corrupt files. While you're waiting, it takes a long time to transfer through Bluetooth. You can use the memory card, but it's a little weird to get out. It's a tight little spot in the battery there. You got to kind of slide it out with your nail. Not something you want to do on the regular. So Bluetooth transfer is usually the way that I go, but I've had trouble. It just takes a long time. Maybe there's a way they can sync it up faster using an update or something that makes it transfer files faster. As far as the waterproofing, I mentioned it before, this little piece of plastic keeping your expensive camera safe is probably not the best way. And then also holding it on with this little dongle that might pop out. That's something that makes me a little nervous. And then also the way that they only sealed this part. They should have covered the whole panel, not just this little section, because that's something that's going to get water behind it, and then when you open it, if it gets in there, your camera might be ruined. What was the last thing?
The lenses.
Oh, and the lenses. Okay. And then rolling on, we'll cut that part. The other con for these is lack of a good quality lens cover. The only dangerous thing about this camera is the fact that the lenses stick out on both sides. So you can't really set it on the table, you can't really set it down anywhere, and it doesn't sit flat on the sides. So the only way to put it down is to put the cover over and make sure that those are protected, because the last thing you want to do is scratch one of these lenses and you can't replace them. So I've bought all of the extra aftermarket and even ones provided by Insta360 covers. And the small stick-on one catches a lot of sun, and it gets that distortion and sun flaring and stuff that you don't want. It doesn't look nice. For that particular, it's a little piece of plastic, it just sticks on. And then the other one I got is the heavy duty one that clamps over the top. That one is a lot of protection. I have dropped this, and I dropped it with that case, and it protected it. But the problem is it kind of distorts it and makes it want to focus on the lens if there's dust or dirt or any kind of sunlight hitting it. So I think these cameras are great, but I haven't found a good solution for like protecting my lenses, because that's one of the biggest concerns with them sticking out on both sides. That's my pros and cons for the Insta360 ONE X2. Some of the things, it's great, build, compact, easily fits in your pocket, waterproof, all those things are pros. Some of the things they can change, file transferring, making sure that this is a safer protection for waterproofing and it's not going to fall off and get lost, and also those aftermarket lens covers to make sure your product is protected. Otherwise, I think it's a great deal. It's a great package. It all came together. I got everything I needed, and I've been having a blast with it. Thank you for watching my video. If you like any of the content you've seen, please like and subscribe. Leave any comments for any questions you may have, and any content you want to see coming forward. Stay tuned. See you in the next video.